Hi, I'm Margaret Martin, registered physical therapist, here with a short routine to help you age stronger through exercise. Now, since we're early in the episodes, we're covering fundamentals. Episode 1, we talked about the importance of posture and alignment, whether it's sitting or standing. You might have noticed in episode 2, when we were doing the neck stretches, that I was incorporating breath into each of the movements that I was doing. And so today what we're going to discuss is the breath. Doing movements and exercising is actually the easy part. Incorporating your breath through your movement is the challenging part. So I want you to dedicate these next few minutes to becoming aware of your breath, becoming aware of the importance of integrating your breath so that you can maximize all of the great workouts that you do to work on your balance, to work on your flexibility, to work on your strength. All of those elements of fitness require us to breathe. And we can either breathe in a way that's supporting us, or we can breathe in a way that's actually hindering our movements. And sometimes our breath can even lead to prolapses of the pelvis. So we don't want, to be working really hard and yet causing harm even within ourselves. So although breath seems like, oh my goodness, I'm just, kind of ready to get going, it's so important to spend time ensuring that you're using the appropriate breathing pattern to support you. So, what does that mean? Well, I'm going to invite you to do this in standing or in sitting. So please use all of the cues that I gave you in terms of posture. We'll go through them quickly right now. So if you're choosing to do it in standing, that your feet are hip width apart, that you have even balancing through both feet, that you have weight bearing through the base of the big toe, fifth toe, and the center of your heels, that you've softened your knees, and that you've elongated your body. So your feet are pressing firmly as you're standing or sitting, that you are creating more space with an opposite force. Your feet press down, or if you're sitting, your sit bones are pressing down, and you're creating an equal and opposite force coming up through your body, lengthening your rib cage from your pelvis, lengthening your head from your shoulders. In your optimal alignment, in this, your best posture, this is where your body is going to have an opportunity to breathe at its best. This is why you see actors, you see singers, you see anybody that uses their voice professionally. They optimize their posture and alignment so that their diaphragm, which is the largest muscle of respiration, can function at its best. The diaphragm is attached underneath all of our ribs. So it's sitting pretty much in my body, right where my hands are. It looks like a little parachute on both sides. Little parachute meeting in the middle, so a little fold in that parachute. The right side of the diaphragm is sitting over the liver. The left side of the diaphragm is sitting over the stomach. When the diaphragm contracts, it actually opens up the ribs, presses down on the organs. So when it presses down on the organs, you're going to feel an expansion or a lifting of your hand if you're placing your hand right over your tummy. So before we can even talk about breathing with our diaphragm, it's important to find out what type of breather we are. So I'm going to invite you, as we did with our postural work, I'm going to ask you to soften your eyes. Place one hand gently across so that your fingertips or feeling your ribs, that your forearm is feeling your tummy, and that the opposite hand is up on your upper chest. Now from here, I want you to ground your feet, soften your knees, soften your eyes, and just become aware of what your tendency is when you breathe. Where do you breathe from? Where do you feel the movement happening? We all breathe at different paces, at a different depth. So just find out, having that awareness is the first step in making a change. Oftentimes when we're in stressful situations, the body will want to breathe in a more shallow, rapid motion. This is a natural fight and flight response. But when it comes to exercise and optimizing oxygen usage, we want our main muscle of respiration, that diaphragm that I spoke of earlier, we want it to be our main functioning muscle. So should you find yourself breathing up here, no worries. You will slowly start to convert that over. When we breathe in, as I mentioned earlier, we should be feeling an expansion of our lower ribs. We should be feeling an expansion on the wall of our abdomen. If you find that you've been sucking in during the inhalation, that's also really common because we have so many stresses in the world today that at some point you reversed your pattern. And we also all have this sort of image of suck it in, you know, because I don't want things to expand, I don't want to look more svelte. But that is not a healthy pattern of breathing. So, bringing yourself back, inviting a slower, deeper breath where you allow the expansion of your lower ribs, the elevation of your abdominal wall to happen as you breathe in. And then just a recoil as you breathe out. Breathing out can be a very passive motion. When you're relaxed, when you're doing gentle stretches, then it's just a gentle recoil and then a pause, waiting for your next breath to happen. So I hope that today's tutorial on breathing, I know that you'll benefit from spending many more minutes, maybe watching this several times, spending time throughout the day, whether sitting or standing or lying on your side, where you can be in a comfortable position and just tune into your breath, knowing that you're totally in control of something that is there with you 24/7. It's just guiding you through your day, but I want you to also allow yourself to guide your breath so that you can reduce your cortisol levels, that you can have your breath support you both through rest and through exercise. So please subscribe to my channel, click on the notifications below so you don't miss any future videos, and to learn more about a full exercise program on aging stronger, in the box below you can click on Exercise for Better Bones. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Margaret. Have a lovely day.